Today's topic is how to develop yourself. These tips will help you change your life in the right way. Don't show your superiority over your guardian. Even if you have power, you should make your guardian feel reassured and don't let your desire to influence him lead you to display your skills in front of him, because that, contrary to what you want, will make him feel threatened and afraid of you. Your guardian in life may be your manager at work, or perhaps your teacher, or anyone who has supreme authority over you, and you should know that no one trusts himself blindly. Don't show or display your talent in front of him, because you will stir feelings of jealousy and envy in him and will make him fight you. Don't trust your friends too much. Constant friction with your friends will make you share all your secrets and plans with them, which may stir jealousy and envy within them, which makes them plot against you. The solution is to treat your friends in your personal and private matters as you deal with the enemy. You have to be very carefully and pay attention to the right things that you share with them, because perhaps one day they will use them against you. Don't show your intentions. If you want to enjoy stability and reach what you want, then you must not show your intention to anyone and conceal the intention of your actions to confuse those around you and make them confused about you. Thus, you have prevented them from plotting against you, and you will make them speculate only about what is on your mind simply. Leave them in the dark, so that when they release what you are about to do, it will be too late for them to harm you or hinder you if they want to. Learn the art of silence. Learn that too much talking wasted your gift and makes you less powerful. You have to learn the art of silence and shorten your speech as much as possible so that your humor will become more reverent and grandeur because it is open to many meanings. Therefore, try to hear more than you speak, as this will give you dignity, prestige, and respect among the people. Care a lot about your reputation. You have to know that your reputation is your external structure in front of people. So if you fall, your prestige will be in the wind, because then the attacks will be directed against you. If you promise, you must fulfill your promise, and if you give a word to someone, you must apply it. This discipline increases your prestige and dignity in front of people. Always market yourself. In this material world, things have become valued at their price, and this is what makes people all over the world flock to iPhone, as it symbolizes wealth and sophistication. That is why you, too, try to build your personal brand and ambiguity so that you are not a zero to everyone. Benefit from the efforts of others. Let's suppose that a player got the Ballon d'Or. Will they say after 10 years that the perfect player got the Ballon d'Or because his friends on the team was passing the balls to him? Of course, people only remember your achievements and don't remember who helped you achieve them. Entice others to do what you want. If the superpowers countries wanted to control a global or poor country, they would give it a loan or support a big project within it, and in this way they would lure that country and control its entire economy for several years. Win with your actions, not your words. The momentary victories you gain through argument are, in fact, silly and worthless victories. If you want to win, you must win with your actions, not your words. Beware of the miserable. Robert Greene says, beware of the miserable, so that you don't catch their infection, because feelings are contagious. If you make friends with miserable people who spend all their time complaining and getting angry about everything, you will get their infection and become miserable like them. Therefore, you have to make friends with ambitious people who want prosperity in their lives, so that they can motivate you as well. Make them need you. You have to excel in something and become proficient in it, because this will make others in dire need of you, and you will have strength. Take the initiative with what is best. It is said that what you win in war, you win twice as much in peace. There is doing one thing that is good for others, and it will atone for you for the dozens of mistakes that you make. Before you put yourself in a cold war with someone, try at the beginning to pay with good deeds and don't rush to fire the first bullet. Don't sympathize with anyone, but lure him in his interest. When you need help from someone, don't remind him of your assistance that you provided to him, because this may make him create excuses, but try to show him what he will gain from your help to him. Get close as a friend to know your opponent's plans. In the field of the telephone industry, for example, telephone companies in China are working in the field of surveillance, where it works to monitor its Western competitors so that it knows their plans and the new technologies they use to make copies of them and be ahead of their publication. Crush your enemy completely. In the fights of the various fights, as soon as the fighter sees his opponent, he pounces on him with severe beatings until he faints, because he knows that this opportunity cannot be repeated again, and if he neglects him, he will also be eliminated. Learn the art of absence. There is a general law in economics. The greater the size of the commodity, the lower its price. You, too, should know that if you are frequently present among people, your prestige and power diminish. So you have to know when to be absent so that you can raise your value by your presence. Don't be predictable. Human nature makes people like to fake the behavior and actions of those around them and a sense of control. So try to be unpredictable to put fear and panic towards you in them. Don't play defensively. Coach Simeone relies on playing the late defense style, which cost him losing 2 of the Champions League's finals. So, you should not go back and isolate yourself from society. Mix with people and know their nature so that you can form alliances against your enemies. You should not judge others. You have to be clear first with whom you are dealing with, so as not to describe anyone as ignorant, because the world is full of many types of people, so you should not put them in one corner. Don't commit yourself to loyalty to one of them. Only fools are quick to take sides in a particular conflict, so try to make your loyalty to yourself only, and this makes them move behind your loyalty. Minimize your capabilities. One of the tricks that will give you strength is to limit your potential in front of others. Try as much as possible from time to time to show that you are less capable than them. This is for 2 reasons. The first will make them share information with you that you may not have heard of before, and the second will avoid them confronting you, because there is a group of people who fight those who try to improve their lives. Turn your weakness into strength. One of the laws of war says surrender before you are defeated.
because this will give you time to rearrange your army, which makes you lose the first battle, but you will win the war. Focus your stroke so as not to waste your efforts. You have to preserve your powers, strength, and energy by concentrating them in one fell swoop. So hunting the precious is better than reaping the crumbs. This is in your own project that you start to establish, or in a skill you would like to learn. There is a comprehensive book about the called The One Thing that I advise you to read. Master the role of follower. If you are a follower of one of them at work, for example, try to master the role of his loyal follower who works hard in secret until you have the opportunity to ascend the throne that has been transgressed by the blood of others. Make yourself a personal mark, any mark that distinguishes you from others and make you special. Do it for yourself if you can, like bronze. Oh yeah. Don't contaminate your hands with vile deeds. You must always appear as a civilized person, and be careful that your reputation and biography among people are free from mistakes and disgraceful habits that pollute your reputation. Do an idea and make others follow you. Humans have an irresistible desire to believe in something. So, if you mention the symbol of freedom and the fight against racism, choose personalities such as Nelson Mandela, who adapted the idea of reducing racism in South Africa, and you, too, try to search for your cause. Carry out your plans with courage and don't hesitate. Don't start with a specific thing without knowing what you don't know, because doubt and hesitations make you confused, and giving in to fears destroys you. So you have to strive for something because you are required to strive to reach the result. Plan ahead for everything. In life, you have to plan for everything, then make it wiser and rely on God Almighty without relying entirely on anyone. Do not show your suffering in doing something. You have to show others that your achievements were the result of your work and never show the suffering you went through. For example, a soccer player shows the world that he deserved to get the Ballon d'Or as a result of his work, without sharing the difficulties he went through, injuries, and training. Control the playing cards. In order to be able to impose control on one of them, try to give them imaginary choices so that he feels free, while you gave him the choices that suit your desire, such as the mother who chooses her son. Do you want to play until 7 o'clock or 8? While innocently he chooses the 8, and this is basically what the mother needed. Move people's hopes and dreams, not their reality. Most people want to ignore the fact of their reality because it is often painful and ugly, because they need someone to tell them that tomorrow will be alright. Look for the weakness points of others. Every person has a weakness points, whether it is a certain habit he is addicted to or something he can resist. Therefore, your task is to search for this gap and use it to your advantage. Act like a king. You will be treated like a king. You have to know that the place that you allocate for yourself is the same that people allocate for you. So, you have to be among those who shows themselves with pride and dignity. Choose the right time. For the possibility that something will succeed, you must choose the right time. For example, Facebook at the present time, because simply the right time is what made Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and others achieve the success. Despise what you can't get. Paying attention to a trivial problems gives it value. Paying attention to your past failures makes you weak. So, try to despise the things you couldn't have. Learn how to impress others. Make your presence from time to time either with certain achievements and with new ideas. The important thing is to create around you the aura that gives you strength. Be satisfied with what you want and act as they want. Deviating from the prevailing pattern in society will make you a stranger in this society, and this will make them contradict you and even fight you. Move the standing water. If you want to win a debate, you have to move the stagnant waters to confuse your opponent by provoking him so that he gets out of the context of the debate and you win the battle. If you didn't pay for the product, know that you are already the product. It seems that platforms such as Facebook and other platforms are known to be free platforms, but in reality it is not, because it sells data to its concerned users and earns a lot of money from them. Avoid taking the place of a great man. Like the brilliant footballers and Ballon d'Or winners, if you replace them, you will be compared to them. Hit the shepherd to disperse the flock. You will always find among the large groups one man who spreads his ideas. So, the security resorts to arresting the shepherds until the whole herd is dispersed. Try the persuasion instead of coercion. Tyranny falls the rulers into the abyss, just as the Pharaoh fell. So you have to lure people with emotional persuasion methods. Mirror strategy. The mirror, with its tools, reflects reality and can distort it. So try to apply it with your enemies by reflecting their actions and words with you. Invite people to change, but don't change the matter in one step. Change is necessary, but human nature leads us to adhere to everything we are used to, and the imposition of renewal shocks people and pushes them to revolution. Therefore, if you need to make a change, try to link it to their revelations and their past. Don't exaggerate your success. It is dangerous for those around you to see you as a superior to them. And the most dangerous thing is to show them that you are devoid of weaknesses, as this stirs feelings of envy and hatred within you. Learn to curb your enthusiasm when winning. Moments of victory are very dangerous because they move the enthusiasm inside you. So don't let the enthusiasm make you lose your mind in dealing with matters. Keep up with the events. Persistence on one thing about yourself and constancy on a specific patterns that makes your opponent like water, taking the shape of the object in which it is put.